Well, it's great to be here with you and all the team here at Black Mountain, and it's particularly good to be here with Cathy Foley. Each year, the government invests through various programs, science and research and development, some $10 billion. And indeed, here in the most recent budget, we ensured that the CSIRO would be able to continue with the important work it does by supplementing their funding by over $400 million out over the forward estimates, because they're doing critically important work. In the recent budget, we also announced our manufacturing plan. And one of the key components of that manufacturing plan is that there is the science and the research and the technology to back it up. Just upstairs, we were looking at how that's being put to work when it comes to plastics recycling and the intensive research that is required at the outset to get things to a scalable and commercial level of application. That is what is needed to ensure that we can realise these future advanced manufacturing industries in Australia. And so the work that we do here at the CSIRO and through so many other research institutions around the country is absolutely joint when it comes to realising Australia's manufacturing strategy, which Minister Andrews has led both its development and now its implementation. And one of the key people who will be involved in this process going forward to ensure that where we're placing our priorities and how we're understanding the many scientific challenges that Australia must face is the role of the Chief Scientist. And that's why I'm pleased to announce today the next Chief Scientist will be Dr Cathy Foley. Now, Cathy has been the Chief Scientist here for the last 2.5 years, but she has been with the CSIRO for 36 years. She's a physicist, and she has worked in semiconductors and a whole range of other programs, which have included how to do maps underground for resources. I'll let her explain that. I won't even attempt to. But this is the sort of level of sophistication and brilliance that we have in this country. And I'm very pleased that Cathy is taking on this role. She is an outstanding scientist, and she's recognised around the world. She's certainly recognised here as well. And she will take up also the great work that has been done by Dr Alan Finkel. Alan has served our country extremely well in this role now over many years, and he continues to serve, as you've seen in the work that he's doing for the National Cabinet around COVID-19 measures, particularly around contact tracing and other projects. And so he has been an invaluable support to the government as we've addressed so many of these great scientific challenges. And so his work will continue, and Cathy will pick up that work and add to it in her own style. And we're looking forward to that very, very much as we deal with the challenges ahead. I'm going to ask Minister Andrews to say a few words, and then we're going to hear from Cathy, whose her tendency is for just a few words, I'm told. That's her preference. But that said, Cathy, congratulations to you. You're going to do an outstanding job. And I'm very pleased that Minister Andrews brought forward that recommendation. The Cabinet were very pleased to accept it, and we wish you all the very best in the role. Karen.
Thank you. I'm absolutely delighted to welcome Dr Cathy Foley as Australia's next Chief Scientist. Cathy has a particularly distinguished career as an applied physicist. As you heard from the Prime Minister, Dr Foley has worked with CSIRO for about 36 years, so she's had a very distinguished career here in a variety of roles, most recently as CSIRO's Chief Scientist, but she also has done a lot of work with CSIRO in manufacturing. So she brings to the role of Chief Scientist significant technical research, scientific skills in applied physics, but also experience in scaling up operations, particularly in manufacturing. Her role will be to work alongside government with the implementation of a number of key strategies, including the modern manufacturing strategy, where she will be providing advice to us on opportunities for us to scale up manufacturing here in Australia. Of course, science and technology are key enablers of industry, and particularly over the last few months, we have seen just how significant science has been as we have worked our way through the COVID crisis. So I look forward to working with Dr Foley, and of course I would like to take the opportunity to thank Dr Finkel for the work that he has done over the last few years, and wish him all the best for the future. Dr Foley.
Thank you. Well, Prime Minister and Minister, thank you so much. This is an extraordinary honour for me, not just to be in the role of being Australia's Chief Scientist, but the thing that's really exciting from my perspective is it's a chance to serve the nation in a way which will allow science and technology to be able to assist the government in addressing the many challenges which we've already seen confronting us right now. We've seen the science sector come together along with what is in manufacturing in the ways to take science from the lab to make it be used every day. And we've seen that the sector coming together to show what value we can add. And I hope that I'm going to be in a position to support the government, to be able to find the best information, the best knowledge from across all the science sector in Australia, and also to see if I can encourage the youth of today to see that science and technology, engineering and maths are really a way forward for them to be able to have careers that are exciting, well paid, and something which will also contribute to society. And so I actually thought as a way to start this off was actually to work with the Prime Minister's daughters, and we've got some gifts for her, to actually hope that they will start off a journey to become CSIRO scientists in the future.
My youngest in particular will be very pleased about that.
Oh, that's fantastic.
She loves it, yeah.
I think it's really important for us to make sure that our youth realise the importance of science and technology.
Thank you. Thank you
and
very
it's
much.
something which I hope you will enjoy
We'll have a lot of fun with it.
yours as well. So thank you.
Oh, thank you.
And thank you, Prime Minister and Minister. This is, for me, such a wonderful opportunity. It's going to be terrifying leaving CSIRO after 36 years, but I also know that I can reach into not just CSIRO, but the whole of the science sector to be able to support me. So thank you very much.
Thank you.